what's happening everyone? My name is Speedstreak and welcome back to my top 10s relating to video games, movies, TV shows, comic books, or anything geek related. Well, since the Steven Universe movie is coming out, pretty soon, hours, let's all sit back and appreciate how amazing an impact this Cartoon Network show has brought upon the world. As you may have known, Steven Universe stars, of course, Steven as he goes on amazing adventures across this little town of Beach City with his dad, his human friends, and especially his three alien guardians, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl. It's very funny how the main character started out from wanting cookie cats to maturing to a fully responsible crystal gem. Not only that, but the show's creator itself, Rebecca Sugar, based the show off of some of her favorite animes, including One Piece, and it also has other elements like the fusion from Dragon Ball. What's really cool about the show that it gives the characters lessons that we can understand as well, including letting go of the past, learning from your mistakes, and helping out your friends. Each episode has great animation, great voice acting, as well as great stories. And to be honest, for this list, there's just so many good episodes in the series that I don't know what to choose. Although some of them are fillers in between the main story, they're still entertaining to watch. But which episodes are the best ones? Which one had the best impact, the biggest reveal, or the best or the greatest part of the arc? Well, if you haven't seen this series yet, there will be spoilers in this video, so if you haven't seen it yet or caught up with it yet, pause the video right here, and when you're all caught up, please come back. But for those of you who are caught up, sit back and relax as I count down my top 10 Steven Universe episodes.
That's why the people on this world believe in
Number 10. Maid of Honor. While everyone is preparing for Ruby and Sapphire's wedding, Steven decides to invite a former crystal gem, Bismuth, who was bubbled up after a debacle in previous episodes. After he told her the truth about everything, including Rose being Pink Diamond, he invited her to the wedding to be the Maid of Honor, but Bismuth feels unsure about it after what happened and doesn't know if the crystal gems could forgive her. This is actually a very good episode, being the second to last one in the part of the Crystal Gems arc. It helps develop more of Bismuth's personality and how she decides to move on and rejoin the Crystal Gems. This is a great episode which deals with reunion and forgiveness.
Spoken like a leader.
No, spoken like a friend.
Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl.
Number 9. On the Run. After being inspired by one of Steven's favorite book series, he and Amethyst tried to live out life by the road when they came across a barren place called the Kindergarten, which was in fact Amethyst's birthplace. This is actually a very interesting episode, for it helps us uncover more of the connection between Homeworld and the Earth. It also shows Amethyst's true feelings, for she felt as if she were part of the problem, and her anger, frustration, and self-hatred shows that in here. But also, Pearl comforts her by saying that she was the only good that came from the kindergarten. This is a good lesson that even if someone feels hurt and regret from their past, their friends and family will always be there to comfort them.
Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl.
Number 8. Sworn to the Sword. Wanting to go on adventures with Steven and the Crystal Gems, Kai decides to take up sword fighting lessons from Pearl, who happily agrees. Unfortunately, when Steven thinks that the sword fighting lessons were getting a little too serious, he decides to join her in as jam buddies. This episode shows how much Connie has changed from a timid girl to a brave friend who stands by Steven's side. We even get to see Pearl having some flashbacks with her and Rose Quartz during the war while she and Connie are training. Overall, this episode not only gives great animation, story, and emotion, but also a little bit of action.
Yes, I do! If Connie is going to fight, we're
Number 7. Rose's Scabbard. In this episode, we see that Lion found Rose's quartz Scabbard, and that was when Pearl tells Steven more about his mom as they try to find her sword, but when he brandished it from Lion's mane, Pearl feels devastated for she realized that Rose kept many secrets, especially from her. This episode shows a bit more of Pearl's former relationship with Rose Quartz, how much she missed her, and how much Steven reminded her of Rose. This is a great episode for Pearl, and how that talking to Steven about his mom shows her that even though she does miss her, she's always there for Rose's son.
Well, I think you're pretty great.
Garnet, amethyst, and pearl.
Number 6. Jailbreak. Steven wakes up to discover that he and the crystal gems have been captured by Peridot and Jasper. Luckily, he is able to escape and comes across 2 new gems, Ruby and Sapphire, who are, in fact, very familiar to Steven. This is a great episode for helps expand the lore in Steven Universe, who Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl are, as well as the introductions of Jasper and Peridot, and it especially has one of my favorite songs from the series. Not only was it the first season finale, but it also opens more opportunities and adventures for Steven Universe and the Crystal Gems.
I've seen what you really are.
No, you haven't.
Garnet, amethyst, and pearl.
Number 5. Nightmare Hospital. Horrified that Connie was holding Rose's sword, Connie's mom confiscates it as to not let Connie get hurt. But when Steven and Connie tried to get it back in the hospital where Connie's mom is working, she and they are attacked by fused mutant gems. This episode actually gives a good example of how a overprotective parent Connie's mom could be, but after she listened to Connie, she realizes that she was a bit too much controlling despite trying to be a good parent to Connie. This is an episode which is a great lesson to show that oversaturation of rules could stress someone out.
I just wanted to be a good mother. I just wanted to protect you.
I can protect myself now. Garnet, amethyst, and pearl.
Number 4. Gem Glow. Disappointed that his favorite ice cream is no longer available, Steven discovers that Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl bought him more, and while he was eating one, he thought that his power came from cookies. But when a corrupted gem appeared, he soon realizes that his power came from somewhere else. Being the first episode of the series, it quickly introduces us to the main characters, what are these, and what tone the series will be. The animation in and of itself is very well done, and is a very good way for us to be introduced to the series itself.
Huh? Cookie Cat! I summoned my weapon by eating ice cream!
What's in these things?
Garnet, amethyst, and pearl.
Number 3. A Single Pale Rose. Taking place after the previous episode Can't Go Back, Steven ponders whether or not Pearl had a hand in shattering Pink Diamond. As he tried to ask her, she tried to, but couldn't. But when she accidentally lost her phone inside her own Pearl, she allows Steven to travel deep into her mind to find it, and along the way, he made a shocking discovery. This was a great episode, for it reveals to us the biggest mystery in the entire series, which, if you haven't seen the episode yet, I won't spoil it for you. Overall, this is a great episode which has everyone saying after watching it,
What?
Garnet, amethyst, and pearl.
Number 2. Reunited. Everyone is getting ready for Ruby and Sapphire's wedding as they sing, during their time getting ready. The wedding started off very well with Garnet reforming, but things started to take a turn for the worse as Blue and Yellow Diamond crash in and release the cluster. Being to the conclusion to the Heart of the Crystal Gems arc, not only do we see the best wedding in the series, but we also see the Crystal Gems, including Bismuth, Peridot, and Lapis, face off Blue and Yellow Diamond. The animation in this episode is especially well done, including the battle scenes against the Diamonds, and the way how the episode makes an amazing twist near the end will change the series forever.
That's right. This is our home, our planet, our friends and family. We are the Crystal Gems.
And the #1 Steven Universe episode is Change Your Mind. In this episode, Steven faces the biggest challenge as he and Connie trying to find a way to escape, rescue, and reform the Crystal Gems, and most challenging of all, help the Diamonds change their minds, especially White Diamond. Being the Season 5 finale, it gives us an outstanding conclusion to not only the Homeworld arc, but it also gives a closure to Steven's identity, whether he was Pink Diamond, Rose Quartz, or his own person. This shows how a broken family, despite after what happened 5,000 years ago, can help everyone realize their mistakes, their suffering, and it can be resolved through love and forgiveness. Even the Diamonds themselves eventually realize that their idea of perfectionism is in of itself full of errors. Not only was this episode an outstanding finale and closure for Season 5, as well as having good callbacks from previous episodes, but it's also an epic conclusion to one of the greatest mysteries and arcs to one of the greatest shows of Cartoon Network.
If you just wipe away everything you see as flawed, you lose all the things that make you happy, like hot dogs.
So, those are my top 10 favorite Steven Universe episodes. I hope you enjoyed them, and as I stated before, if you haven't seen the series yet, I believe you can watch the episodes or clips of them in the Cartoon Network app. And if I don't have your favorite Steven Universe episodes, you can write them down in the comment section down below. And if you want me to do another top 10, let me know in the comment section down below as well. So that's all the time I have today for this video, but don't go anywhere, it's plenty to look forward to in more top 10s. So stay tuned for more. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to super smash that like button. Leave a comment down below to see what you think about this video, and don't forget to share a friend if you want to. And be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. Get updated for latest content. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Speedstreak out. Yeah, bye.